Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Sorry about the scruff. Been just busting my ass the last week. Well, actually, since I've been back out on the road, driving like a maniac. But I've had off and on several people, and also just to let you know real quick before I forget, I did get a new microphone. I hope the sound quality goes way up. Show it to you. It's kind of a honking big thing. It's called the Blue Snowball. It was price-wise like $60, but I mean they had, oh my god, they had some that were 150, 200, 250, and you know, obviously I don't make money off of YouTube, so you know, basically anything I buy for my system, I try and buy the best I can for what I can afford to make my videos the best I can for you guys. But yeah, so I picked this up yesterday because the sound quality of this is good for you know, talking in game to somebody, TeamSpeak or whatnot. But I wanted something that was you know, 10 times better, but not 10 times the cost. They had another microphone called the Yeti, but that one was like 150 or 130, something like that. Really nice microphone, but yeah, I didn't want to spend that much on it. $50 was a little more than what I wanted to spend on a microphone to begin with. Most people have a $5 or $10 microphone, but they also probably don't make YouTube videos, so it'll take a little bit of adjusting, getting used to this microphone. You're supposed to kind of, you know, speak towards it, so I don't want to keep looking at it, but I know like the closer you get to it, the better it's going to sound. So I'm hoping distance-wise and sound quality, you know, I'll work on it. But anyways, I had several in the past and just recently today, people asking me, you know, can you show me your the mod pack? Can you know, where do you get it? What is it? So on and so forth. So I thought I'd make a quick video and kind of tell you about the new microphone, so you could expect hopefully better sound quality to go along with the better video quality. But yeah, so basically I use Aslains Modpack. I'm going to go through step by step, pretty quick but pretty easy to install, and just show you kind of what my settings are, and if you like the way it's set up, I think there's actually a way, well, we'll find out once we get going. So anyways, first off, you need to download it. So you go to, well, I use Google Chrome, and you go Aslains, which I already had it kind of pre-searched, so Aslains Modpack. Brings up Aslains XVM-Mod plus Modpack installer with pictures and sound preview. Click on that. And I'll try and go slow, because I know it can get confusing when you're trying to do this and somebody's going, okay, click here, click here, click here, click here, and you're like, whoa, slow down, slick. It'll bring you up to this page right here, and it'll say Aslains World of Tank Mod Pack 1.2.0 number 5, and as he updates it, it'll change these numbers obviously. I usually always use download link number 3. I click the direct. Don't click on the link, because what that'll do is it takes you somewhere else, and you got to click on something and click on something and click on something. If you just click on the direct, the word direct, it'll take it. Boom. Well, it's behind my ugly grape right here, but it'll download it, and it'll be a executable file. Say World of Tanks, Aslains, yeah, Aslains WOT/mod/exe. Click on that. Double click on it. Let's see. Show in folder. I guess I got to go in that way and do it. So, Aslains Modpack installer, blah, blah, blah. Double click on it. And it'll say, do you want to allow this application and unpublished to make changes to your device? Well, yes you do. And then we can close all these out. Oops. I'm going to exit because I already had it downloaded. But, per se, I didn't. And once it's downloaded, that little icon that I click, you can double click right on that versus going into the actual program. So once you get into the setup, you know, double click on it, it'll say, you know, give you that little screen saying here, we'll go back. I'm going to start from scratch here. So let's say we just downloaded it. it pops it up in your download folder, or it's going to be down here and you can just double click on it down there. If not, you can go to wherever you downloaded it to, double click on that. This is going to pop up saying that you're going to install something from an unknown publisher. Is it okay to continue? Well, of course. Then this is going to pop up, and you, whatever language you want, of course mine's English, click OK. And I'm going to take a drink of pop. And if you're following my directions, you can take a drink of pop too. Don't check for updates if there's a new version. After it does this, it'll say there's a newer version. Do you want to download it? And then you just click yes or no, whatever you know, if you don't want to update it. Now, I have show preview in window. You want to highlight that and then click next. It's going to tell you introduction, what this is. Basically, you just kind of click next, next, next. It'll tell you what the new things are added, what they added to the newest update. Click next. Now I've got my World of Tanks game installed on my D drive. My D drive is an M.2 hard drive, so it's super duper fast. You know, well, my drive C is too, but I separate my games from my operating system. So if you did your default installation for World of Tanks, it's actually going to say C / games / World of Tanks. It'll be a C drive. Mine just says D because I installed mine in D drive. If you installed your World of Tanks into a different drive, C, D, E, whatever, you just change the default drive. Yours is going to look like this probably. It'll say C / games World of Tanks, blah blah blah. But mine, I've got to change it to D because that's where I installed World of Tanks. Then you click on next. Brings up this lovely thing. Now, if you've never installed this, excuse me, more than likely all this stuff is going to be highlighted as on. All this stuff's going to be checked. So what I do is I go up here, double click on this XVM selection. So click on it and then click on it, and all this stuff will highlight it, and then you can click on it again. It'll shut it all off. That way you go through and pick what you want, pick and choose what you want. So I'm going to show you. Per se, I went through and clicked on that, and then I'm going to show you what I had picked. So you can scroll down, and if you see something like, oh, what's this? Style of floating damage text. What's that look like? You can click on that, and it'll show you over here in the preview. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, shows you, you know, this is the tank, and, you know, just different things, whatever you're clicking on. So, like I've got shadow intensity behind OTM. I don't know why that's even on. That's behind the tank name is what it is. So I'm just going to leave it on. That one I don't normally have on. And I'm just going to scroll down slowly. So once I come to something that I installed, because a lot of people are interested on the things that I have, they're like, hey, that's cool. What is it? And you know, this way you can see exactly what I have on and don't have on. And you can see there's a lot of stuff to select. But I use very minimal stuff from this. For the rating scale, I used a 10 color because that's the standard. From red stats, tells you the percentage, what your win rate is, all the way up to Super Unicom, your win rate, and what the WN8 rating is for that. So I used that's the newest one for World of Tanks. So you want the 10 color mods by World of Tanks. Otherwise, if you do the 6, that's the old XVM, the old WN7 or whatever, before they switched over to WN8. So the colors are different. I keep scrolling down, and like I said, I'm just going slow so that once I see something I have turned on mine, I can tell you what it is and kind of what it, you know, what it does. So on mine, I've got multi tank carousel. The reason I do that is because obviously I got a butt ton of tanks. So this will give me 3 rows of tanks. You can do different things by scaling them down to make the tanks smaller, the default size, or bigger. I just have mine just basically the default size. Then I have the show advanced info and carousel. What that is this information, like here it says 49%. That's your hit rate. The 86% is, I believe that's your win rate, and 1478 is the amount of battles you have in that tank. And then like this 000%, that's how far you are on the gun mark. And this ×2 is if it's a ×2. If you've done it yet, once you've done it, that'll disappear. If it's a 5x, 3x, whatever it is that weekend, that number will, or that week, that number will change. So if it's a, let's say it's a special 5x weekend, that'll say, it'll have a star and it'll say ×5. Like this one where it says 1, that's your, if you got an ace tanker, a master badge 1, 2, 3, or if it's nothing there, that means you don't have anything. And it tells you what tank you're in. Seems like. Nope, that's what I have. This is what I have right here. And you can change it. You can add this one here where it does your expected tank damage, what they think you need to do to have such and such of this, what your WA average damage, just different things. This is the one I use, is the one kind of right in the middle. Battle tier, mastery mark, mark of excellence, and % win rate, played battles, and average damage. Kind of the basic stuff that I like to know for each tank. And then I scroll down, and you can see, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of stuff on this turned on. We're getting to something. Usually when you see a box here, that means something's turned on as you get down here. And then you got your zoom in for sniper mode. I've got mine at 1.6 all the way up to 48. Some people go in higher, some people go in lower, just the basic 2, 4, 8, 10. But you can go all the way up to 48. It doesn't make it, the round hit, any better, any worse, nothing. All it does is help you basically see what you're aiming at a distance. And then you can zoom out. I go to 300, so that's how, if you're looking at your tank and you zoom out a little bit, well, you can zoom out even further. And I like to have that set further back so I can show you guys, hey, look at this tank coming around a corner. This is why he did this, or look, you can see he's got his turret turned, this way, so you can come around the corner, which you got your, zoom in and out in the game anyways. These are all legal mods too. None of these are illegal. They're all okayed to use via World of Tanks and Wargaming. So we get down here to the crosshairs. This is the big one everybody asks me about. What crosshair mod do you use? I either use DG or DG V2. I like this one here. This is the one I've been using recently. It's got the little spinny thing in the center. As it loads, it looks like spins. Shows you the distance of the vehicle away from you, how many rounds you have. If it's an auto loader, it'll have how many rounds are in the magazine, so on and so forth. But you can see they got a whole plethora of different ones that you can pick from. Predator one's kind of cool looking. And some of them have different information. Some of them are very basic. Like this one. That's kind of just basic. And you can go through, if you're like, oh, hey, that one's cool, I want that one, then you just basically highlight the one you want. That one's kind of neat. But I always stick to the DGs. I can find it again. DG, right there. And then I'll scroll down a little bit further. And then I use colored damage stickers. This is the one I like, that I use a lot. And this one I can't live without. And it helps me, but it also helps me explain to you when I'm doing a match, okay, this is why he penned me, this is why he didn't pen me. And what it is the little hit mark on the tank to show you exactly where that round hit. There's 3 different versions. Basically, green is a non-pen, red is a pen, yellow and purple. Purple is I think yellow's heat, and purple is HE, I think. I've been using this one right here. Basically, white is a non-penetrating round. Purple is, I think that one's HE, yellow is heat, and green is a pen. So and it shows exactly where that round hit versus going, because you'll hear me in videos where I don't have this installed yet, I'll be like, oh man, I can't see where he hit me. Did he hit me here? And I'll sit there for 5 minutes looking to see where they hit me. Well, this is kind of cut and dry. You can see exactly where they hit you. And it helps you when you get ammo racked. Okay, well, I got hit right here. I'll know if they hit me there again, that's where I'm going to get ammo racked. So when I come around that corner, I want to come around at a different angle so they can't get a shot there. And we scroll down a little bit further. Like I said, I have minimal stuff installed on this. I have the tank icons because I have the premium tanks colored by gold. And it helps you when you want to pick, like you're looking for your Type 59. You can scroll through and see all the tanks will be yellow that are premium tanks, which just makes it easier to find a tank that you're looking for. And as you get down here, this Yaz Karasin session stat, I like this a lot. And I use the core multilingual because this breaks it down on if it was a victory, a loss, what you were in, what mastery badge you got during that match, how much credits you made, how much you lost for the use of ammunition, and it gives you the WN8 for that match. So you know exactly if you did good, medium, or just sucked. And there's 3 different options, and they're all kind of the same, but a little bit different, just on kind of what you see. And then as you scroll down here, there's voice packs. So you can have like Duke Nukem, Jingles, Minions. I mean, you can add some funny stuff to it. Oh, you can add, I don't know what this one is here. I was trying to log on. See this one? Yeah. Oops. Of course, now I can't get it off. So I'm going to go back up here to Crew Sounds, highlight it, and then unhighlight it. And then you'll see that it's gone. That's just different sounds for the crew. And as we scroll down, now there's a bunch of, which are really kind of cool. Some of them are tank skins. And what this does is take your stock tank that you have and change it to look different. So like I've got the T110E5 to remodel, and it adds your light on the front of it. It adds a gun wrap. It adds a turret wrap for weather. So I added that on that, but you can do all sorts of stuff like the Carnarvon, the FE4202 remodeled. You can see it adds a light up there, gives it a gun wrap. Now only you can see these, and they absolutely do not change anything about that tank's performance. So basically I had the T110E5. See, there's the T95. Oh, I wanted to actually add that one because that's got the light, so I'm going to leave that on there. The T49, you can change the look of that. It gives it, you know, active armor and stuff around the turret. I'm just going to add the one. All sorts of them. Scorpion, you can take off, you can make it black. Leopard, you can change the look of the Leopard. E50 a little bit. T55A, you can give it a different turret look. It's got active armor on the front of the hull, if I remember right, and underneath the lower part of it. And like I said, it doesn't do anything to the tank for making it run different. It just looks different. Doesn't make the round not hit you or penetrate. If there's supposed to be a part there, it's going to hit just like it would if the tank didn't have the mod, the different look. And you can see like the Object 140, you know, gives you a different turret on there. Looks pretty cool. I mean, some of these are really, really cool looking. Somebody took their time to really add some of these in here. I noticed the 140, 430, and 62A all look identical. Well, no, actually, the T62A looks a little bit different now. That looks kind of like the T55A. So you can see like the Object 430, it's got the different kind of armor around the tracks and stuff. Here's your IS-2 Berlin. 121, that's remodeled. It's got the active armor on the front of the hull. I think mine has the Type 59. Yeah, the Type 59 gives it a different gun look. Gives it a machine gun, light. T-34 remodeled. Some of these are actually really cool looking. The STB1 gives it the infrared for aiming. And, you know, you got your STRV, changes just the look of it a little bit. And then I've got white death tracks. Basically, what that is, I know when somebody gets hit, I can see that their track it'll be white, so I'll know that they are currently tracked and can't move. You can do, I'm just making sure I didn't turn any more of these on that I didn't want to turn on. There's a whole bunch of them. You can actually have white death tanks, so the tank, once it's destroyed, the whole tank will be white. I just want the tracks, so I know that they're tracked. The mark of excellence on the guns, basically this makes it so you can see easier. So when you got a tank that is a few hundred meters away from you, you can't see that mark of excellence even when they turn their turret at you know, one of your friendlies that they're going to shoot at, or if they're moving. And these actually help. Like this one is really just a standard. This one's kind of a standard. I like the one in the middle because I can really see that they've got one mark of excellence, 2 marks, or 3. So I can say, you know, from a distance, when I'm zooming in to shoot at him, I can be like, holy crap, that guy's got 3 marks on that tank. It's fucking good, you know. And then that's about pretty much it for what I have on here. But you've got just all sorts of stuff that you can do. That's everything I have. But anyway, so once you pick what you want, you click next. And then I basically let these default and I don't touch them. It stays on delete all previous mods in the game, strongly advised, delete Python logs advised, and create application shortcut on desktop, which is going to be this one right here. And then you click next, next, then it goes through and it installs the actual mod pack, the ones that you just picked, does it all for you. You don't have to, like the old time where you had to go into the game and actually cut and paste and move a file here and a folder there, and you know, move this and that, and it could be a nightmare. Now when it comes to this page right here, you can go to his Patreon page and support him, donate, you know, money for what he does, because believe me, this isn't easy for him to keep this up, you know. But one thing you definitely want to do is activate XVM service, so you want to highlight that one, click finish. It's going to go to another website, and mine I'm actually signed in, but it'll have an option to sign in. You go click it, it'll take you to your NA, kind of like the World of Tanks NA server or whatever server you're on. You put in your username, your password, you click OK, and then boom, it comes back to this page right here. One thing you want to do is go to your settings. I always have this set for WN8. It shows for your rating on the tank. The player stats, player stat awards, company screen, I leave those all highlighted. Default scale, I leave that highlighted. Top clan count rated, that's for the different flags or something. I'm not sure if that's actual clan icons. I'm not sure really what it is. I think it's clan icons. You can pick your flag. Mine's obviously the US, but you can go through and pick whatever flag you want for your tank. And yeah, and make sure that's on, I always make sure it's on WNA. And then you click activate services, which I obviously already have, and then sometimes this will pop up, and it doesn't hurt if it says activate, update, and those are both white. You can click activate and then click update. Sometimes I'll click update, and you can also, when it goes to you know, it's going to default to Russian language, you can click English and it'll take it back, or you can click translate. Sometimes you'll click you know, update service, and activate service will highlight. Yeah, you can click that, activate it again, and it's good for like, I think 2 weeks. After like 2 weeks, you have to come back here and reactivate it, or come back to this website and update. So what I do is I'll go ahead and hit my bookmark this page, and I'll just, here, let's do this. We're going to go ahead and just put name XVM update. That way I know, whoops, when I go click on my bookmarks, it's going to go to XVM update, and it'll take me right to this website. Then I can click update statistics. If I can't read it, I can click translate. And pretty much good to go. Then I know my XVM is turned back on. and then you get out of here and you start your World of Tanks, and XVM will be installed on your system. Easy cheesy. So anyways, I'm trying to make this as short as I can. Let me know if the mic sounds good. I hope it does. If it sounds like shit, let me know, because I still got the receipt and I can return it and get a different one if need be. I did a test last night and it sounded really good. Actually, I should have done a test before I did this video, and I didn't, because I changed a couple of the settings, so I hope it sounds good, because I don't want to go through all this again. Yeah, if you have any questions about XVM, I'll do the best I can to answer them for you. But anyways, you guys take it easy. I hope this helped you out. If you like the video, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.